Hello everyone, my name is Deepak and I'm a tax code advisor. This year at the Wealth Summit, I'll be talking to you guys about how to eliminate your tax bill. That's right, how to eliminate it altogether, whether you have $100,000 of a tax bill, $200,000 of a tax bill, $50,000 worth of tax bill, no matter what that bill looks like, there is a strategy out there that you can use to eliminate that bill. So what am I talking about? Well, some of the most famous tax strategies are oil, gas, and solar. This year at the Wealth Summit, I'll be talking about those three strategies and I'll show you how to use them, how to properly implement them so you can eliminate your tax bill. Now, I'm not talking about some sort of you know deduction or some sort of investment into a company or anything like that. I'm talking about a proper tax incentivized business structure that you can use that can give you dollar per dollar tax credit. So let me explain to you in other words. So let's say I give you $100,000 tax credit, and then I set it up, and then the federal government gives you the $100,000 tax credit. I'm not going to give you the $100,000 tax credit, but the federal government gives you $100,000 tax credit. You can use that tax credit against your tax bill. So if you have a $100,000 tax bill, guess what? You can completely eliminate it. Zero, nada, you pay nothing. Okay? There's such a strong tax strategies. Now, normally I charge $300 for consultation to discuss people's finances, their tax situations, and give them my opinion. What are some of the ideas? Unless they want to do a comprehensive consult, and then I look at the overall financial planning part of things and suggest them how they can make themselves efficient. Now, at the Wealth Summit, I will be unveiling my entire solar tax credit strategy, oil and gas tax strategy to you at no cost. It will be absolutely free. Now, you do need to buy the tickets for Wealth Summit. So I'm not buying the tickets for you, please. We're already doing a lot of other things. It's a big event. It costs us a lot of money. So I'm not buying the ticket. You still got to get your Wealth Summit ticket, but you don't have to pay the 300 consultation to learn about the strategy. Strategy will be given away at no charge to you that day. I promise you, I would not be holding anything back. I'll share with you exactly how I would implement it. Now, obviously, in return, I ask you that you ask me to help you with the implementation of that strategy. I don't want you to go take the strategy and run away somewhere else. So please do me a favor, stick around. I'll share some information about it today, but I'll talk about it more in detail at the Wealth Summit. Now, those of you guys who don't know what I'm talking about at the Wealth Summit, the Wealth Summit is a once a year event. It happens in California. This year it's at Oasis Palace in Newark, California on November 10th. It's the Sunday. It's 12-hour event from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. in the evening. And Sanjeev Gupta, CPA, the legendary CPA of Bay Area, and he's my guru, my friend. I mean, I love the guy. He is going to give you brain freeze with all kind of tax strategy. In addition to that, we will have financial planners, we will have investment advisors, we will have estate planning attorney, corporate attorney, we will have business opportunities, we will have banking opportunities, we'll have a lot of stuff there. It's going to keep you engaged and busy the entire day. If there's one event that you cannot miss, that's this event. Even if you have come to this event before, if you came in last year, I think you would have loved it, and I'm pretty sure all of you guys are probably jumping on registering for that event right now. But even if you came in last year, what I am going to share this year is going to blow your mind. Seriously. Why? Because some of these strategies allows me to not just take care of your tax bill for this year. Actually, I can implement it for last year. I can implement it the year before. In matter of fact, I can go up to 3 years back. So those of you guys who have paid $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 in tax bill, I can help you get that money back. We will be talking about this strategy at the Wealth Summit. So please register for that summit. Now, if you don't want to register and you just want to talk about strategy, we have no problem. You can set up an appointment. You can reach out to Sanjeev at sanjeevcpa.com. Talk to him. You want to talk to me? Go to taxcodeadvisors.com. Set up an appointment with me. Like I said, all paid appointments. But if you come to Wealth Summit, I'll be sharing it all for free. But before that, it's a paid appointment. All right. Fair enough. If you have questions or concerns, you want to talk about it, don't hesitate to reach out. If you don't know my number, if you go to taxcodeadvisors.com, you can connect with me via WhatsApp there. So I have no problem in responding to your questions there. All right, so let me talk a little bit about what does this tax strategy look like? What does it incorporate? I know some of you guys are already thinking. I can read your brain. This is what you're thinking. You're saying, hey, Deepak, what are you going to do? You're going to tell us that, hey, we have a home. Let's install a solar on your roof. Wrong. That's not what I'm talking about. Some of you are thinking that, maybe I'm telling you to do it with a commercial building. No, I'm not talking about that. Some of you guys are going like, well, I can't participate in this because I don't own a home. Where am I going to put solar? Once again, wrong. You can still implement it. Some of you guys are thinking, well, I don't want solar. I want nothing to do with it. I don't want to touch solar. It doesn't make sense. The numbers don't add up for me. It's too expensive. I have this problem, that problem, whatever. Okay. Doesn't matter. You still qualify for this opportunity. All you got to do is learn how the strategy works. If you learn how the strategy works, then you can decide whether you want to implement it or not. So please do not let all this thought process hold you. Another thing you might be thinking is, well, it must be expensive, but probably going to cost a lot of money. Mm-mm. Again, wrong. That's not the case either. So I hope I got all those negative questions out of your head and get you more focused on the actual strategy. That's what tax is all about, by the way. And these, so some people think that we kind of come up with these, but not really. We cannot do anything. It's all it's all managed by the IRS. IRS defines where they want to give us incentives, where they want to remove incentives. For example, right now, we maximum capital gain tax is 20% plus the net investment tax, which is almost 4%, so about 24%. But next year, it can potentially go higher. That's why a lot of rich people have been lately selling stocks. That's why you see a lot of profit taking happening right now in the market. Everybody's scared. They go like, look, if I just wait till next year, I would have to pay more in taxes. So what can I say? The incentives are always changing. I can't control them, neither can you. We don't know who is going to win the election. We don't know what they're going to decide. There are all bunch of theories out there. Who knows what will happen? But what I do know is that this strategy is approved for 2024. It's approved for 2023. It's approved for 2022 and 2021. That means I can go back 3 years and reclaim all the money that you have paid in taxes. So it does work. If you're not able to use the entire credit I'm able to get you, it passes on to the future years. So you can still use it. You do not lose it providing you have executed the strategy properly. And I'll teach you exactly step by step how to do it at the Wealth Summit. All right. So let me explain you a little bit about what solar tax credit looks like. And I don't think we'll have enough time to talk about oil and gas. Maybe I'll talk about them at the Wealth Summit if you guys want to talk about it. Maybe I think just this strategy might be so great that you were like, okay, Deepak, stop everything. Let's just implement this. It's so awesome. So I'm so excited about that. Um, and I'm pretty sure you will be too once you come to the Wealth Summit and understand how it works. So I don't care whether you're making $100,000 a year, $200,000 a year, $500,000 a year, $1 million a year. Please come to the Wealth Summit and learn these awesome strategies. So today, let me explain you a little bit more about how solar strategy works, and we'll talk more about in details at the Wealth Summit. So let's get started. So what is this solar tax credit all about? The solar credit, often referred to as the Federal Solar Investment Tax Credit (ITC), is a tax incentive in the US designed to encourage the adoption of solar energy systems. Now, if the government doesn't do this, we're going to have a hard time more and more people installing solar. So federal government says we want to help people out. And there were more credits before. We just didn't take advantage of it. So I wish you would have reached out to me sooner, but if you didn't, no problem. We still have plenty of credits left. There's plenty of other ways to implement that strategy. So if you didn't, if you were not talking to me before, no problem. We'll talk about it now. Don't sweat over what has already gone. But the point is that the US government gives us incentives to do certain things. For example, they give us incentives to invest in real estate. They give us incentives to invest in oil and gas. Similarly, they're giving us incentive to invest in solar. Like I said earlier, the idea here is to invest in solar. Doesn't mean you need to have a solar at your home. Doesn't mean you need to buy a home and then put a solar. You can, but you don't have to. The strategy still works. Okay. The ITC allows both homeowners and the businesses to claim a percentage of the cost for installing a solar energy system as tax credit. Now, you might have heard about that before. Maybe you did it at your home, maybe your neighbor did it, maybe you saw a solar panel. They say, oh, yeah, we did that because we got such and such tax credit. True. That is absolutely true. That's what they did. In matter of fact, sometimes certain states, certain zip codes, even more give credit, right? So that's probably why they did it. So it does work. The key thing to remember here, the tax credit you get for investing in solar is dollar per dollar. So if you get $100,000 credit, you can apply it to eliminate your $100,000 worth of tax bill. We're not talking about tax deduction. We're talking about the credit. Okay. Now, it's available for residential or commercial. So as long as we are installing solar on resident commercial, we're good. Okay, doesn't matter where we install. For systems installed in 2024 and 2025, homeowner and businesses can claim 30% of the total installation cost of tax credit. Remember, total installation cost, not the total cost of solar panels. Total installation cost you can claim at the credit. Is there a maximum limit? No, there's no limit. Like I said earlier, 100,000, we can take care of that. 500,000, we can take care of that. $1 million, we can take care of that. It just depends what your problem is. So there's no cap to it. In matter of fact, like I said earlier, if you want, you can even let the credit go to future years. So it's a wonderful strategy to reduce your taxes from prior years, from this year. So if you want to learn about it, please, I strongly encourage you to come to the Wealth Summit on November 10th and talk to me. Talk to me, talk to Sanjeev, talk to other vendors who are going to be out at the summit and learn about how to use these strategies to your advantage. So I know some of you guys might have come to the Wealth Summit in prior years and go like, hey, how come you guys didn't talk about this strategy at that time? And the answer is honestly, there's only so many hours we can talk about. So in the priors, we talk about agriculture. We were talking about historic buildings and some of the other things that is happening out there in the world. But we didn't really talk about solar tax credit just because there was not enough time. But this year, Sanjeev said, "Hey, let's bring up some advanced tax strategies for people." So I'm like, "Okay, right on it. Let's talk about solar." And honestly, many of you guys have also reached out to me and asked me that, Deepak, can you talk about that? So a lot of credit goes to you as well for doing that. Okay, so I think enough about the strategy. It's very exciting. I want to meet with you guys at the Wealth Summit. If you cannot wait for the Wealth Summit and you want to be the first in line to implement it, then you can always set up an appointment with me or Sanjeev. You can go to sanjeevcpa.com if you want to set up an appointment with him. You want to talk to me about this strategy, then you go to taxcodeadvisors.com and you can WhatsApp me. Either way, you'll be working with me or Sanjeev directly. And at the Wealth Summit, like I said, I'll be sharing it with everyone. And the reason why I said if some of you guys have a bigger tax problem, talk to me sooner because there's only so much of this I can implement. So once I run out of that threshold, there's really not much I can do. So there's a little bit of limitation as to how much we can implement. It's not as simple as just putting up a solar at your home. So it does require a little bit of work. It's a big dollars we're talking about. Some of you guys might have 500,000, even $1 million tax problem, and you can use this strategy to solve it. Now, maybe you know a friend, a family member, your local dentist, your local doctor, or somebody at your company. Please share it with them. Ask them to come to the Wealth Summit. I want everyone to enjoy wealth. Like think about it. If we want to keep it to ourselves, Sanjeev and I can implement it whole day long just for ourselves and not share it with everyone. But I think that would be waste of our talent, and we don't want to do that. We want to share it with everyone, and I encourage you to share it with everyone as well. Be generous. It's okay. Let other people make money. There's nothing wrong with that. Please, the more you do it, the more you're going to make. I know it's hard to see it. I mean, I come across with people like, oh no, man, I don't want to go tell other people about this. They will be walking out being $1 million richer. It's okay. Let them be. You will be rewarded anyway. Good karma always come back. So please don't hold on to it to yourself. Share it with other people. Share it with friends. Only promise you have to do is once you come to the Wealth Summit or you talk to me, you ask us to help you implement the strategy. You can always do it yourself. You can always, do it. There's nothing stopping you from doing it or going to somebody else and doing it. But look, we're putting all this hard work. Why? So you know, please compensate for our time by helping us implement the strategy for you. That's the only thing I have to ask in return. But other than that, I'm not going to hold anything back. I'll be sharing all kind of strategies. I will be at the summit whole day long. In matter of fact, I'll be available even the day before in the evening. So if I know many of my group members who connect with me on a regular basis, if you guys want to get together the evening before, I'll be happy to do that, guys, as well. I'll be staying at a hotel nearby the summit. So if you want to just come together and have a chill and just talk, then I'll be happy to connect with you guys the night before as well. So I'm available that day. So once again, to register for the Wealth Summit, you want to go to sanjeevcpa.com and get your tickets today. Do not wait because I only have 500 seats. When those 500 seats are gone, they're gone. So and especially this year, I will be talking about these strategies that we have never ever discussed before. So I have a feeling that within the next couple of weeks, we'll be pretty much done with seats. So don't hold on to those seats till last minute because that's what happened last year. And then we had to add additional seats. Possible, but that makes life a little bit harder. But so if you can do it sooner, I'll really appreciate it. All right. So that's the idea for this year Wealth Summit. Now, if you have other suggestions, if you have other ideas, maybe you are in a field that has some unique product, some unique service that can help people as well, reach out to me. Let me know. If you're a vendor who wants to participate at Wealth Summit, reach out to me. Let me know what product service you have. As long as it doesn't conflict with anyone, I'll be happy to give you a space there. And lastly, my humble request if you are a tax professional or a finance professional or an insurance professional, if you're in those fields, I urge you to please, if possible, not come to the Wealth Summit. And if you still want to come, then talk to me in advance and let's have an open discussion. What happened was last year, we were told that few of our competition came up and things didn't really go that well. Our attendees did not appreciate it. They told us your name, but we don't want to call out your names. We don't want to talk about that. But we know who you are. So we want to be nice to you. We want to be your friends. We don't want to create any kind of conflicts or anything like that. If you want to collaborate with us, then please reach out to us in advance. Just tell me what you're trying to do. And if we can collaborate, we will collaborate. Maybe we can't collaborate at Wealth Summit, but we can collaborate at other summits. Another problem I have is I have some of these exclusivity with other vendors. So if you show up, then obviously you're coming there without my permission, and the general admission tickets do not allow professionals anyway. So you're actually, first of all, you're violating the terms of that ticket to begin with. But more importantly, you're sort of like creating problem for us as well. So please try to understand that. And if you want to talk more about it, discuss it, please, I'm available to talk. Just go to taxcodeadvisors.com and connect me with a WhatsApp. I will pick up your phone. I will have a discussion with you. I will talk to you. So, don't be a stranger. I'll be happy to talk and get whatever issue is there resolved. Okay. So having that said, I think you have plenty of information. I am super excited about the Wealth Summit. Sanjeev is super excited about the Wealth Summit. Our entire team, 30 plus people, are super excited about the Wealth Summit. We are looking forward to meeting every single one of you guys. So please, if your friends, family members, share this information with them. I think they will appreciate it. And if somebody wants to act on it sooner, then just reach out to me and I'll see what I can do to help them out. Thank you very much, guys. And right now, go to sanjeevcpa.com and register for the Wealth Summit. I'll talk to you soon.